Oh dear. Zoom, when it comes to updates, doesn't really zoom. It's more like crawls. Oh, yeah, because when you do the updates, then suddenly things start to do their thing. I'm not on the beamer. I'm not going to make tons. Keeps me warm though. All this is out the way, huh? Okay.
I don't know if you can see this tiny screen here.
Okay, cool.
And I just don't want to see the TV at all in the shop.
Perfect.
And now I've got a nice, you can see most of your guitar and all of you.
Yeah, and the music stand's kind of out the way, huh?
Yeah, so music stands good. Like that's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Looking a bit pale there. No, it's fine. I'm my own stylist. I do it all.
There's some discussion going on. So normally that's what it's some north of centre. There's also there is some communication.
How many watts is this one?
I think so.
700 watts? 12 inch.
A little bit more blue. Thoughts on that? Let's get to the first one. I've got some thoughts. All of thoughts.
What was similar, but that looks like maybe it could.
This looks nicer.
Yeah, I think I've got them in my collection of schools. They're pretty much exactly like that.
Yeah.
They're pretty robust. I mean, they get used by the kids, and they're yet to kill them. So.
I don't even know what brands. Bought them. I had a proper touring rig with like two 18-inch subs and 18-inch tops
With the trailer to transport them.
with the amp and the little passive amplifier. And
We've got the same.
for the floor.
We've got the same. Yeah.
Sold everything to the monitors for the floor now. I'm not transferring it.
Okay. So
The wires keep breaking.
when you take your gear to it serious, then fix them with speakers in the
See, it's at least to this guy next to Thomas. He works for Thomas in Brownfield. He has a little workshop next to Thomas. He sold everything and made sure.
Johnson. Because we have a whole bunch of gear that we want to sell, but we need to go. We need to get it sorted out a bit because otherwise, Moses. Okay. Mazel tov in advance, Gilman family. Page 119, Haley. So you're going to do as these candles and source of light, and then the blessing, the Hebrew blessing, okay? Now this feels much better. This is my own tallit people, not my brother's. So there you go.
The whole thing?
No, just one.
Just one.
Yeah, that feels much better.
This one.
Okay. Sorry, Daniel. The baby drop boy doesn't have to wear the tallit tonight.
No.
You just open the ark.
Yes. I'm wearing the tallest for both of you.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah? English first, then light candles, then the blessing. Okay.
Yeah. A source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and into our lives.
It's on. It's on.
Thank you. Sorry.
Sorry, that kind of a week, Haley. It's okay.
Nerves.
It's all right. Adam is not here. Oh, okay.
No, stuck in the light.
No?
The week seems to.
Just hold it there so the week reappears.
Apologies, everybody.
Yeah, no, you got everything.
Yeah, that's a flame.
All right, do we need to get...
Okay.
Go ahead.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליקני של שבת.
Amen. We're on page... Have a seat. I've never seen that people stand for candle lighting, but I'm learning your tradition, so that's good. We're going to go to 126. And two little songs. If you know them, just join in. And Tula will help me through her versions tonight as well. Ma yafe hayom Shabbat shalom מה יפה היום, שבת שלום, שבת, שבת שלום, שבת, שבת שלום, שבת, שבת שלום, מה יפה היום. Yidit Nefesh, let me see if I can do a melody on 126. See if you can follow this one. Yidit Nefesh avarachaman, Yidit Nefesh avarachaman, Meshochav decha el ritzonecha, משוכב דך, ללילה לילה אל רצונך, ירוץ עבדך כמו אייל, ישתחווה לילה אל מול אתרך. All right, so 136. As I have been doing the last couple of weeks, hopefully you'll join in. Havul Adonai, Psalm 29. As I explained last time, it really talks about how God creates by means of speech. And if you think about it, we also create an atmosphere by means of speech. So that makes sense to you. So if you are in a peaceful mode, you can transmit that, and in another mode, people pick up on that. So God created by means of contracting God's self and then speaking the world into being. And Psalm 29 is all about God's voice having tremendous power. It can break trees. It can basically make the waters move. So anyway, it's one of my favorite ones. So if you should by now know after 4 weeks what melody I use, try and join in. הבו לאדוני בני אלים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז, הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש, כל אדוני על המים אל הכבוד, ירים אדוני על מים, על מים, על מים רבים. על מים, על מים, על מים רבים. כל אדוני בכוח, כל אדוני בהדר, כל אדוני שובר ארזים, ישבר אדוני את ארזי הלבנון, וירקדם כמו עגל לבנון, וסיריון כמו בן ראמים, כמו בן ראמים. כל אדוני חוצב להבות אש, כל אדוני יכיל מדבר, יכיל אדוני מדבר קדש, כל אדוני יחולל איילות, ויחשוף יערות ובחלו, כולו אמר כבוד, כולו אומר כבוד, כולו אומר כבוד. אדוני למה הבול ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. לחדודי, page 138.
שמור וסחור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם נסוך הסוף מעשה, במחשבת תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, גיבה אורך קומי אורי. אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Please rise. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Person to fall on their tuchus. So Zetzachavek means chapazet is go and sit down. So just in case if you are... Hi Merle, welcome back. But Zetzachavek, nicht chapazet. Okay, we're on page 140. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור, כי שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך ארנן. מה גדלו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נווה, עלי היגיון בכינור. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
Tzaddik? Yes? Okay.
צדיק קטמה יפרח enfrach, צדיק קטמה יפרח, צדיק קטמה יפרח enfrach, צדיק קטמה יפרח, כארץ בלבנון ישחה, 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 כארץ בלבנון ישחה. Shetulim beveit Adonai, Shetulim beveit Adonai, Shetulim beveit Adonai, Shetulim beveit Adonai, Bechazrot Eloheinu, Bechazrot Eloheinu, Bechazrot Eloheinu, Yifrichu, Bechazrot Eloheinu, Bechazrot Eloheinu, Bechazrot Eloheinu, Yifrichu.
How good it is to praise the Eternal and to sing hymns to your name on high, to proclaim your steadfast love at daybreak and your faithfulness each night, with the sound of a 10-stringed harp with voice and lyre together. For you have gladdened me by your deeds, O God, and I shout for joy at your handiworks. How great are your works, Eternal One, and how subtle your design. And as I've said in the past before, I don't do the second part because I don't believe in the second part. We can say that the righteous will blossom like a palm date, but I know that the righteous don't always blossom and the wicked sometimes do. So I don't say that second part because it would get stuck halfway through. Page 142, Shalom Aleichem. Very simple melody. As I said last week to you, the rabbi is not a musician. If I can sing it, so can you. Let's do it. Shalom Aleichem, Malchei HaSharet, Malchei Elyon, Malchei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem L'Shalom, Malchei HaShalom, Malchei Elyon, Malchei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruchuni L'Shalom, Malchei HaShalom, Malchei Elyon, Malchei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Tzeitechem L'Shalom, Malchei HaShalom, Malchei Elyon. It's the same melody. Come on. Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 144. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chaye b'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv imru, yehi Shemei Rabbah merach lalam malmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yithale v'yithalal Shemei d'Kudusha, Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. I'd like to call up, let's see, Daniel to come and open the ark with me. Yeah, I have to jump to get to that. Okay. Sir, for those of you who are wondering, that is our bar mitzvah for tomorrow morning. Okay, we're on page 148 with Ma'ariv Aravim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher ma'arivim bechokmah פותח שערים ובתבונה משנה איתי מחריף הזמנים ומסדר הכל קרים משמרותיהם ברקיע ירצונו בורא יום ולילה גולה מפני חושך וחושך מפני יום ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו אדוני צבאות שמו אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני המריב
So the top of page 149 together. Praise to you, eternal our God, from whom this evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and seasons glide, and your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night, and as heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, eternal our God, from whom this evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'ma'ariv Aravim, page 150, Ahavat Olam.
אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, עמך אהבת. תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגי יומם ולילה נגי יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל אוהב עמו ישראל.
In the English, right underneath, everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, eternal our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments, and we will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our lives and the length of our days. Never remove your love from us. Blessed are you, eternal our God, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Will you please rise for the Shema? Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. Have a seat. Daniel, you will lead us in the Haftarah and the rest. Go ahead, nice and slow.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך ביתך ובלבתך בדרך ובשופרך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. You shall love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions, with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you're away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them be a symbol before your eyes. Inscribe them on your doorposts of your house and on your gates. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor, Daber al bnei Yisrael v'amarta lehem, va'atzu lahem tzitzit al kanfei vigdehem nedortam, v'natanu al tzitzit hakanav patil techelet, v'haya lachem letzitzit, britem otor zchartem et kol mitzvotai, v'asitem otam, ולא תטור אחרי לבבכם וראי עיניכם אשר אתם זונים אחריהם למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים אלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Thank you. So if you weren't planning to come, now that you've heard him, I think you have to come back tomorrow morning because he's been working very hard and I'm giving him more and more to do and he's doing it just fine. We're on page 156. אמת ואמונה כל זאת וקיים עלינו כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואין זולתו ואנחנו ישראל עמו הפודנו מיד מלאכים מלכנו הגואלנו מכף כל העריצים העושה נפלאות עד אין חקר ונשם נפשנו בחיים העושה לנו ניסים בפרעה אותות ומופתים באדמת בני חם ויוצא את עמו ישראל מתוכם לחירות עולם. ראו בניו גבורתו, קיבלו עליהם משה, מרים ואהרון ובני ישראל. לך אנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם. All this we hold to be true and trustworthy for us. And I'm not hearing you, so why don't you keep reading? You alone are our God, and we are Israel, your people. You are our sovereign and Savior, who delivers us from oppressors' hands. Let me hear you. You led your people Israel out from their midst to freedom for all time. And when your children witnessed your dominance, they praised your name in gratitude, and they accepted your sovereignty. Moshe, Miriam, Aaron, and all of Israel sang to you in the words of the Mi Chamocha on page 158.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la la ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha le'erda b'kodesh, nora tehilot tosef ele, nora tehilot tosef ele. Malechutecha ra'u banecha, חוקי הים לפני משה ומרים, זה אלי ענו ואמרו, זה עלי ענו ועם. אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, לעולם ועד.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגואלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. We're on page 160. As I always say to you, this is if it's been a crazy week, and it's been a little bit everywhere, up and down, up and down. You Uber, I Uber, okay. Hashkivenu is always the moment. If I didn't get there by Lachadodi, I usually get there by Hashkivenu when sort of the level of whoosh goes out of the window. And it talks about how God gives us the ability to go to bed, not always peacefully at night, and then gives us the courage in the morning to face a new day. And meanwhile, while we're trying to do all of that, it says with great sweetness that God will basically make sure that we are far removed from war and hunger and strife, and that God at the end of the day will spread his blanket of peace over all of us. Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'amidenu malkeinu lechayim Hoshmor tzeitenu uvoenu לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם. השיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים.
So how am I doing? Tula, am I
Magnificently,
harmonizing?
wonderfully, Rabbi.
Okay, I'm trying to go like, what is she doing? Okay, okay. My favorite reading, because it mirrors the Hebrew so beautifully, on page 161. Give us a place to rest, eternal our God. Bring us into shelter, into the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth, and prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your blanket of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, הפורש סוכת שלום, עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים. We're on page 162 with the Veshamru, I think.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל עוד היא לעולם, עוד היא לעולם, עוד היא לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
So in a minute we're going to stand for the Amidah. I'm going to ask Daniel and Edmund to come up and open the ark for us. Since we don't do a repeat of the Amidah, and it's supposed to be your standing prayer in God's presence, we start together, and halfway through you will hear me do opening and closing blessings, so you have a moment to actually also direct your prayer to the Almighty, so you don't get completely lost in the noise that we make.
Eternal God, open up our lips that our mouths may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכה חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לפני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה מתים אתה רב להושיע. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה מתים ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה המתים. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. אתה קידשת את יום השביעי לשמך. ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם. כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו אמותינו רצי מנוחתנו קדושנו במצוותיך. ותן חלקנו רצון שבת קדשך בישראל. מקדשי שמך ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. That's it.
Retzei Adonai Eloheinu ve'amcha Yisrael u'tehilatam ve'ava tegabeh u'tehil leratzon tamid avodat Yisrael lamecha. וחוננו שאפוך רוחך עלינו וצל תזרנה עינינו ושובך לציון ברחמים ותהי לרצון תמיד עבודת ישראל עמך.
מודים אנחנו לך שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו אמותינו לעולם ועד. צור חיינו מעישנו אתה הוא לדור ודור. נודה לך ונספר תהילתך. הטוב כי לא חלו רחמך המרחם כי לא תמו חסדיך מעולם קיווינו לך. ועל כולם יתברך ויתחומם שמך מלכנו תמיד לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני הטוב שמך לך נאה להודות. שלום רב על ישראל תשים לעולם כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום. אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע ושפתי מדבר מימיי. God, guard my speech from evil and my lips from deception. Help me to be ever modest, holding my tongue, even when other people slander. Open my heart to your Torah, that I may pursue your mitzvot. And as for all who think evil of others, cancel their designs and frustrate their schemes. Act for your own sake, for your power, for the sake of your holiness, your Torah, so that your loved ones may be rescued and be safe with your power, and answer all of us.
Have a seat. In your Amidah, since your summer is in December, which I still don't totally understand, am I then doing the spring part of the Amidah that comes in between? I have not been doing it because I'm thinking like wrong season, but I might be in the wrong mode. So you tell me, do you do it? Do you say that one part of the Amidah when it talks about Mashiva Ruach Hageshem, and then also the spring thing, because this is officially going into your spring, right? To me, it's still mentally we're sitting in winter, but okay. Okay, so we're good for now, but September I have to add it. Is that the idea? Okay. Okay, I was thinking as I'm standing there, like, I'm not sure if I know that. Yulo Ratzon, okay. And Ose Shalom, I think, right?
Yes, great.
Okay.
Yule Ratzon Imrefi Veyon Libi Yule Ratzon Imrefi Veyon Lebi Lefanecha Adonai Turi Vegoali. Lovely echoes there. Adonai Turi Adonai Turi Vegoali. Go inside your heart, just be. Go inside your heart and see what it wants, what it needs, what it yearns when you breathe. Go inside your heart and see. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be kind, be true. May they be acceptable to you. Oh, my rock, my rock, my rock, my rock, and my Redeemer. Shkeach, Beit Emmanuel, beautiful. Hoseh Shalom bimrumav, hu yaseh Shalom aleinu. Ve'akol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oseh Shalom bimrumav, hu yaseh Shalom aleinu. Ve'akol Yisrael ve'imeru amen.
So it's this part in the service that we take a moment out to think of those people within the community and those on the outside. It could be that they need an extra prayer because they're physically not doing well. Could also be because they're emotionally not doing well. If you have a name of such a person, I'm going to ask you to call it out. We'll start from this side and then we'll go over there. So this side of the congregation first. Peter. Do we have some more names?
Mike Healy, Barry Levine, Erwin Minoyan, Judith Soskin, and Peter Joseph.
Tola, will you lead us in the Misha Berach? Yeah?
Mishebeirach Avoteinu Mekor HaBaracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. Let us say Amen. say Amen.
And I don't know about you, but Tula brings a little sigh to the heart. So it's good. Thank you. It's nice to hear you sing.
It's so wonderful to be here with you.
Okay. So commentator Bernard Bamberger points out that many ancient Middle Eastern societies developed legal systems that promised great rewards for those who observed them and cruel punishments for those who violated them. And both the Sumerian code of Lifit Ishtar and the Babylonian code of Hammurabi announce blessings for those who live by the law and suffering and death for those who do not. Now, Bamberger maintains that the Torah does not follow either of these codes, but that it rather offers another view of consequences of choices made by individuals and by nations. And while there are blessings and curses brought on by choices, the Torah also holds open a glimmering of hope of new opportunities for reward and happiness. So that's what Bamberger says, and his comments seem not to apply to this week's Torah portion, Pinchas. Having failed to curse the Israelites, the pagan prophet Bilam eventually devised a strategy that succeeded. He persuaded the Moabite women to seduce the Israelite men and lure them into idolatry. And this then invoked the divine anger, and a plague broke out amongst the Israelites. And to make matters worse, there is an Israelite, Zimri, leader of the tribe of Shimshon, who brought a Midianite woman into the camp where they flagrantly engaged in intimacy. Now, perhaps sensing that Moses felt powerless, because remember, he himself had married a Midianite woman, Pinchas seized the initiative and stabbed and killed both of those two people, ending their bad behavior and the plague by which 40,000 Israelites had already died. That is the story of Pinchas. I have to tell you, every year I get to this portion, I really do not like Pinchas. Even though he acted according to the letter of the law, I think understanding the true spirit of the law was beyond his capacity. Think about it. In general, we are commanded to walk in God's ways and to imitate God's attributes. Just as the Eternal One is merciful and compassionate, so you be merciful and compassionate. That is not, however, the case when it comes to executing punishment or vengeance. God, who knows all, may execute sentence without a trial, but we, being just a mere shadow of God's image, may not. There are forms of justice that are truly God's domain and not ours. So Pinchas is a zealot. And I understand a zealot to be someone who takes the law into his own hands, and he's embarking on a course of action fraught with all sorts of moral danger. I think only the most holy people may do so, and then perhaps only once in a lifetime, and only in the most dire of circumstances when a nation is at risk, when there is nothing else that can be done and no one else to do it. Even then, in our Talmud, when a zealot wants to act, he or she has to ask permission from a court, and very often that court would deny it. Think about it. The zealots within besieged Jerusalem in the last days of the Second Temple really played a very significant part in the city's destruction. They were more intent on fighting one another than the Romans outside the city walls. And we say in Talmudic discussions that it's because of sinat chinam, because of their ugliness and their unwillingness to get together and stop gossiping about each other, that really was the true reason why the Second Temple was destroyed. But I would say the treatment of zealots in both the written and oral Torah is very deeply ambivalent. God gives Pinchas eventually a covenant of peace.
meaning that he will never again have to act the part of a zealot. And also God knows that if he does not do this, if he does not elevate Pinchas to that level, that the mob will go in and perhaps make him a little shorter than normal. So in Judaism, the shedding of human blood is incompatible with service at a sanctuary. That was one of the reasons why King David was forbidden to build the temple, because he had Uriah, Bathsheba's husband, killed, right after he had his way with her. So at the end of Parashat Pinchas, Bamberger's assumption that the Torah also holds open a glimmering of hope, of new opportunities for reward and happiness, might be vindicated. In a remarkable story, the Torah relates the courage and the integrity of 5 women, known collectively as the daughters of Zelophehad. And what makes this story so remarkable is not only that the heroes are women, itself a rarity in biblical age. What makes it truly astonishing is that this story, at the end of Pinchas, after all the slaughtering and the killing, we see all of a sudden the representation of the earliest revision of biblical law. Here within the Torah itself, God revises an earlier piece of divine legislation because of an overriding moral imperative. And so what a magnificent precedent to set for later generations in their dealings with our complex halakha, Jewish law. So according to a law already established in the wanderings in the wilderness, men alone were permitted to inherit their parents' property, including one's name, land, and cattle. And at the time, no one objected. Neither Moses nor any of the 70 elders saw a problem with that procedure for transmitting a parent's holding to the land of Israel to men alone. After all, at that time it was customary for men to own and inherit property, to handle finances, and to run the economy, both of their household and of communities at that time. And women very often just lived by the generosity of powerful men. They belonged to either their father's or their husband's house. And if they didn't have that to join, then very often they were sort of forced in a less wonderful profession. But we're not talking about that tonight. So alone among the children of Israel, the daughters of Zelophehad pointed out very clearly that they had no brothers. If the law were rigidly followed, their father's family would be completely dispossessed. And Moshe, responding to their complaint, promised that he would ask the Almighty what should be the law, which is a little bit of a sellout, because I think Moshe could have figured this out by himself, but okay. He asks the Almighty, and then God takes the side of those who have been wronged, those who have been overlooked. Being passionate about human dignity, God intervenes in this case and changes the law. And the daughters of Zelophehad do indeed inherit their father's land and maintain his history by keeping his name and his memory alive. So it made me wonder, why hadn't Moshe and any of those 70 elders that he very often discussed with been able to point out this legal injustice on their own? What special trait allowed the daughters of Zelophehad to notice an injustice and to speak out? And Rashi, he's the 11th century French rabbi, explains that the daughters of Zelophehad, their eyes saw what the eyes of Moses could not see. And it made me think, in this regard, our own eyes generally resemble those of Moses. Most of us go through the motions of our lives without truly discerning. We are understandably wrapped up in prosaic issues of our own. And so often we fail to take the time to see other people as just that, people. Instead, I think we wind up treating other people very often like objects. A butcher is the source of meat, and a teacher provides our children with skills, and so on. I don't know if ever you had that first remembrance as a child, how shocked you were when you saw a teacher or your rabbi in the supermarket. I remember that. I was shocked. It suddenly dawned on me that my rabbi also had a life, and their existence served a larger purpose than simply their role in your life as the rabbi who was getting you ready for, in my case, a bat mitzvah. So the Daughters of Tzlofchad teach us a very essential lesson for being fully human. They teach us the imperative of true discernment, not only with our eyes, but most of all with our minds and our hearts. They teach us, again, not to turn away from that homeless person, the disabled, or those other minorities. So rather than looking at people as objects, the Torah shows us, by way of example, that the constant struggle to be fully human is really the struggle to see all people as that, as people. So interestingly enough, as a little aside, Pinchas gave his name to the parasha in which Moshe asks God to appoint a successor. And Rabbi Menachem Mendel of Kotz, the Kotzker Rebbe, asked why Pinchas, the hero of the hour, thank God only for a little bit in this portion, was not appointed instead of Joshua. And he had a most beautiful answer that I wanted to share with you. His answer is that a zealot cannot be a leader. Leadership requires patience, forbearance, and respect for due process. That is the glimmering of hope for new opportunities for reward and happiness. So at the end of my sermon, I have to tell you that Bamberger was right after all. Slightly different than the Code of Hammurabi, but our Torah not only believes in curses and blessings, but also truly believes that if we follow God's example and walk humbly with the Almighty, that there will be hope and a glimmering for a future. Shabbat Shalom. All right, let's see. Okay. I'm a little tired today. I've been lifting too many boxes, so if you see me go like, my own fault. Catherine warned me. She said, you're lifting too much. And I'm like, she was right. Right, but okay. I don't always want to hear it, but there you go. She was absolutely right. So if you see me tomorrow morning walking and krechting, then you know what we're doing. We're going to continue with the Aleinu on page 586. I would like Ruthie to come up and open and close the ark for us. Okay, great. I didn't see that. עלינו לשבח לדורון האחרון, לתת תפילה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו בגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שמנו חלקנו כהן, וגורל עלינו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים מעמל, ושכינתו זו בגובה ברומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אף זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום השבת אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Have a seat, people. So last week when someone asked me if I didn't know the second part, so I said yes. And I said, so if you want me to do that, I will do Noter Shammai. I said, I wasn't sure if you did that or not, so I take requests if I know them. All right.
Hamalach HaGohel also often a request. Okay. Hamalach HaGohel Hamalach HaGohel mikol ra yevarech et hane'arim v'karev ahem shemi. Hamalach HaGohel Hamalach HaGohel mikol ra yevarech et hane'arim v'karev ahem shemi. V'shem avotai v'shem imotai Abraham, Sarah, Leah v'Yitzchak v'yidlu larov v'yidgu larov b'kerev haaretz. V'yidgu larov v'yidgu larov b'kerev haaretz.
Beautiful, thank you. I didn't know that.
That was our own lyrics that we actually adapted.
Beautiful, thank you. When I die, give what's left of me away. Away to children and those that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brothers and sisters walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give to them what you want to give to me. I want to leave you something better than mere words or sounds. So look for me in the people I've known and loved. And if you can't give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not on your mind. You can love me most by letting hands touch hands and by letting bodies touch bodies and by letting go of those that need to be free. Love does not die, we people do. So when all that is left of me is love, quite simply, give me away. We remember with love all those who were dear to us and have died. They were our parents, our siblings, our spouses, our partners, our children, our friends, our colleagues. We lived with all of these people. We shared moments of great joy and celebration, and we also shared moments of sadness. And as we hold all of those memories, the bitter ones, together with the sweet, we give thanks for the legacy of wisdom and tradition and courage, but most of all for their love, and tonight we remember.
Tonight the roadsides are Stan Abrams, whom we all knew, husband of Sally Abrams, remembered by Beit Emmanuel, Murray Gavshon, father of Harriet Harbour, Trody Hanauer, mother of Francis Hanauer, grandmother of Steve Hanauer, Marjorie Jordan, mother of Greg Jordan, Inga Joseph, mother of Peter Joseph, Antoinette Lomberg, mother of James Lomberg, Clive Radford, father of Howard Radford, Ray Rosenthal, mother of Graham Rosenthal, Otto Schroeter, father of Rosalie Burek, Morris Yatt, grandfather of Scott Hazelhurst, Annette Zeiger, grandmother of Mark Ziger Guerra. May their memory be for a blessing.
Would you please rise for Kaddish with me? On page 598.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, וילמד יברח חילותי וימליך מלכותי, וחייכון ויומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו, יהי שמי רבה מרח ללמלמי אלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי דקודשה, לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו, יהי שלמה רבה מן שמי וחיים, עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו, עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום, עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. And may the source of peace send peace to you who are mourning and comfort and insight for those of you who are remembering. And let us say amen. So have a seat. Are there any children here tonight except for these two? They don't count. They're at Netzer? Okay, then I'll bring them the chocolates afterwards. No, it's okay. Let them be. I'll come and hang out with them in a minute. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, Rabbi, I had a request. Can we do the Hebrew Ladino en Kelohenu? And I said, okay, I'll try. 631. It's fairly simple. I always say to you, I'm not a musician. If I can sing it, you can sing it. So on page... do announcements? Yes, go ahead. Yes, I forgot the announcements. My mistake.
Most important is tomorrow is Daniel's bar mitzvah. Where's he gone?
He's there, hiding.
I can't see him from here. Congratulations, Mazel Tov to the whole family. It's a wonderful occasion. You've heard a taste of him tonight. Come tomorrow morning and you will hear an absolute star. There are various brochas. There's a brocha after shul tonight. There's a brocha after the service, the Saturday morning service tomorrow, sponsored by the family. So thank you very much. Tomorrow morning there won't be a Talmud study group because of the bar mitzvah. What else? Tonight there's a Netzer group meeting. And I think that's it. Peter, please come and make your announcement.
Oh, yes. I forgot.
I'm always told that I speak too softly. Can you hear me? Yeah. Just to say that on Sunday we had the most fabulous concert with Pops Muhammad and Dave Reynolds. It was spine-chillingly beautiful. At one stage, when they'd finished singing, there was a standing ovation. So it was really special. We've got another wonderful concert coming up on the 4th of August, next Sunday, with Steve Newman and Nish Pillay. Steve is a very, very well-known jazz musician, and Nish is a tabla player. And between them, between jazz and African music and Indian music, and just a wonderful collaboration of sound. So please come and join us, 2:30 Sunday afternoon, next Sunday. Thank you.
Okay, so 6:31, if I can do it, you have no excuse not to join in. Even if you don't know the Ladino, it's in transliteration, so what could happen? En Kelohenu, en Kadonenu, en Kemalkenu, en Kemoshienu, non como nuestro Dios, non como nuestro Señor, non como nuestro Rey, non como nuestro Salvador. Michelohenu, Michadonenu, Michemalkenu, Mikemoshienu, non como nuestro Dios, quien como nuestro Señor, quien como nuestro Rey, quien como nuestro Salvador. If I can do it, you can do it. No del Elohenu, no del Adonenu, no del Malkenu, no del Moshienu. Lo armos al nuestro Dios, lo armos al nuestro Señor, lo armos al nuestro Rey, lo armos adoramos a nuestro Salvador. Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu. Bendito es nuestro Dios, bendito es nuestro Señor, bendito es nuestro Rey, bendito es nuestro Salvador. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Tú sos nuestro Dios, tú sos nuestro Señor, tú sos nuestro Rey, tú sos nuestro Salvador. Shabbat Shalom. Daniel is leading the Kiddush, so please come out so he's not standing there holding a cup by himself. So please go and join him right next door for the bracha, and for those of you that want the chocolates, I'll bring it to the bracha. How's that? Cool? Okay. Shabbat Shalom. Come join us next door. Daniel, don't start until I get there. People, go.